Hello guys, I'm James Tin and today I'm going to talk about the Amenia Conference of 1933. So first of all, what is the Amenia Conference? The Amenia Conference is a meeting of African American leaders working and discussing for the advancement of colored people in the Black movement. The reason that the conference of 1933 was held was to stimulate the seniors who attended the conference of 1916. From the letter that was sent by Lewis Redding, who was a young American activist thanking the Spingarn family for hosting the meeting, it says that I think the conference demonstrated that Negroes of the class of the conference have so subtly become infused with middle-class American success philosophy and have become so securely wedged in a comfortable economic status that it is difficult for them to remember that there is a great mass of Negroes who are poor, ignorant, and exploited. Hence, we can see that one of the factors the meeting was held at was because the older countries of 1916 conference were clearly resting their laurels and forgetting their original goals. Possible purpose of the conference is to try to have an informal conversation with a number of representatives of Negroes, young and others, to discuss with hope that the new programs suit the times and the overall status of the Negroes in the society. The conference would start from the main building and walk along the Webata Creek down to the small pond. They would be camping near the pond and discussing topics that were mentioned earlier. On the shore of the Troutback Lake, 2.5 miles from Amenia, New York, the conference was held in tents and in a beautiful rural area with simple country pleasures such as swimming, rowing, fishing, etc. This will bring the conference an informal sense of leisure compared to those meetings in public halls or urban places. In addition, the first Amenia conference held at the same place produced a great result, which led to be one of the factors that the decision of the location of second conference was chosen at the same place. Attendance of the Amenia Conference of 1933 on the picture shown above from the left to the right on the third row are Rolfe Bunche, Edward P. Lovett, W.E.B. Du Bois, Abram Harris, Charles Houston, Grace Nail Johnson, Roy Wilkins, E. Franklin Fraser, Sterling Brown, Lillian Alexander, Emmett Dorsey, William Pickens, Mary White Ovington, Era D. Red, James Weldon Johnson, and Walter White. On the second row from left to right, it's Hope Spingarn, Hazel Brown, Juanita Jackson, and Moran Weston, Wanina Logan, Joy Spingarn, Elmer A. Carter, Mabel J. Bride, Frank Wilson, and Marian Cuthbert. The first row from left to right, we have Dr. Ernest Alexander, Ruth McGee, Dr. Virginia Alexander, Howard Shaw, Anna Arnold, Sarah E. Reed, Pauline Young, Francis Williams, and undefined. On their first day, they will be introducing each other at the pond. They will be answering questions such as their name, place that they are from, their present work, their permanent address, and what they want to discuss in the conference. The next day, the conference would officially begin. In the morning, the attendants would be discussing topics about the older program, for example, their weakness and their accomplishments. Then they will introduce their new plans, and throughout the discussion, they will be able to choose the most suitable one for their current situation. In the afternoon, it will be a relaxing period of time for the conference, and in the night, they will continue their discussion based on the program that they decide to choose in the morning. They would have given suggestions towards the program and changes due to the possible attitudes of African Americans after the program is established. The last whole day of the conference, which was Sunday, they would have resumes of the conversation that they had on the previous day and would talk about the difficulties and challenges that they may have to face in order to satisfy everyone at the conference. The night would be the time that the conference come to a solution, and on the next morning, the conference would have to come to an end. And at last but not least, I would like to thank those who provided me the chance to share the result of my research. and the people at Trellback for providing me with the opportunity to do this research project.